It's Rock on the Range Live. From your rock station, 99.7 The Blitz.
Hey, it's Hales for your rock station, 99.7 The Blitz, out here for day one of Rock on the Range, joined by my favorite band that is here this weekend, Thrice and Dustin. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very good. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Before I dive into this interview here, I got to just tell you, on the air, I have been pushing To Be Everywhere is to Be Nowhere to every single person.
Thank you.
So hard. It was my favorite album of last year, so
wow.
you guys did a really amazing job on that record.
Thank you.
And
That's
when
awesome.
it comes to that record as well, I kind of want to ask what your top record of last year was. I know you guys have to be music fans as well and listen to a lot of varied genres based on how you guys sound.
Yes. I always have trouble remembering like what year records came out.
I know, it's all a blur every single time.
Oh, goodness. What was last year? I'm trying to think of what vinyl I had or was listening to. I don't know if it was the year before or last year, but David Bazan put out Blanco.
Okay.
Or was that this year?
At some point.
Shoot. The last two David Bazan records are actually really great.
Yeah.
And he's way underappreciated in my opinion. Just fantastic songwriter, amazing, really unique voice. And those records are cool. They both have this kind of weird bunch of 80s kind of warm synth tones.
Yeah.
And they're cool. Yeah.
I feel like that's a very popular thing in music right now, is the whole 80s revival that's coming. Are you guys ever going to do something like that?
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, the way he's doing it is pretty unique. It just sounds like he's kind of sitting there with an old like Juno. He probably
a bit more
is,
subdued,
and it's just it's all really warm and kind of chill. I mean, his music it has its own vibe in general, but
Awesome.
Yeah.
No, I love that kind of stuff. So as soon as I'm done with Rock on the Range, that's the first thing I'm going to listen to now. And I actually was introduced to your band through To Be Everywhere is to Be Nowhere. I know you guys have been around for a long time, but that was the record that I first heard, loved it, and then backtracked and bought the entire catalog. So how do you feel about fans who are, because I feel like you've had a lot of that with fans this past year.
Yeah, it seems like this record, for whatever reason, has kind of gotten a new hearing with a lot of people who might have heard the name but hadn't really heard it, the music, which is fantastic. And I think we're really proud of this record and excited to be back from the break that we took. And so it feels like a fresh start in a lot of ways, and a lot of new people hearing the music, which is fantastic.
When you go into releasing an album like that, when you've been away for that long, what kind of is going through your head? Like, what are you expecting? Like, did you anticipate the kind of reaction it was going to get, or?
We thought it was great, and you hope for the best, but it was definitely more. I wasn't expecting bad response, but it was like really, really positive, really quickly. It seems like it just resonated with people in a way that the last couple records didn't, even with our fans. And you can't really manage or predict that. But I mean, from the first shows we were playing the new stuff, it felt like old songs, like people were singing every word, and it was great. So I don't know what to attribute that to, but all you can do is your best work, and not worry too much about that stuff, because you can't control it.
Absolutely, and that's one of the main things that I love about your band, is you can tell when you listen to that record that it's just, you guys were very passionate about what went into that for you and the music of it, and I think that's why fans received it so well, is because it was very much what you guys were wanting to do, it sounded like.
Yeah, and even as far as, Black Honey being played a bunch, like we had zero thought that would be a single.
Oh, really?
Yeah, zero. Like, and people, we were playing it for people like, oh yeah, this song. We're, oh really?
This one, why?
We really like that song, but just had no thought of that would be a good singer. So who knows? Yeah.
And I went and saw you guys on the tour last time you were in Columbus in September. I actually took a vacation day to make sure I could go to that show. And one thing that I noticed is you guys have a very, like, not over-the-top production-wise kind of stage show, but very energetic at the same time. So how is that going to differ for you guys being on a stage as big as Main Stage during the day?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a ton of bells and whistles, but I think that we've been playing together a long time, and we play well together, and we kind of try to leave it all up there on stage. So it's an energetic show. I think it's a tight, powerful live rock show, but it's definitely nothing fancy going on. But people seem to like it, so that's good.
So even though it's not a night show and it's going to be like sun's blazing.
Yeah, it's never
good.
quite as fun or amazing looking in the daylight, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Absolutely. And one last thing that I have for you is I was watching another interview with you guys, and I heard that your nickname on the bus is Bear. And as I have a bear is very much what I associate with as well. I've got the bear tattoo. So I was gonna say, is that kind of like what you're associated with, or did that nickname just come from like your aesthetic? Or like where did that come from? And
it's a bit of a bunch of things. I don't know. I've always kind of if I had a spirit animal, it would be a bear. But I didn't proclaim that in any sense. It's just, I think that part of it's because I'll hang out in the back lounge a lot, like working on stuff. So they call that the bear den. And,
you hibernate back there.
And I'm not a small human, so, and I have a furry face, so I don't know, all of that combining to
definitely plays into the bear. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I'm very excited to see you guys again today. Like I said, loved the record and love everything you guys have done, so best of luck in the future. Dustin of Thrice, get their album To Be Everywhere Is To Be Nowhere, and catch them live whenever they come through again. It's Hales for 99.7 The Blitz here at Rock on the Range.
Thank you.